The Aaron's 312 on Fox is brought to you by WebMD, redefining modern medicine, and by Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar. Eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's. 28 laps to go. Under caution, Ron Hornaday Jr., your leader, and our Old Spice lap leaders up to the moment here. Robbie Gordon has led the most so far, followed by Hornaday. Martin Truex Jr. currently running third with Jeff Hammond. Chris Myers in the Hollywood Hotel. You got your Old Spice on? It's hot out here.
I surely do.
Okay, you smell real nice. Your thoughts on Hornaday with the two-tire decision? You agree or not?
No, I disagree with Ron Hornaday. I think right now, with this new aero package, you want to have the car as stable as possible. So get you 4 tires. They're going to gang up on you anyway. I'm looking for the 8, the 81, and probably 87 to get hooked up and come to the back anyway. But that 55 car, I still think he's a car to beat.
Now, let's get some thoughts from Larry McReynolds. I think Daryl agrees with you. I don't know if Larry does. Larry?
Well, I'm seeing about 6 cars that's in the top 10 right now that changed just 2 tires. Ron Hornaday did, David Green, Robert Presley, Paul Menard, Ashton Lewis, and Johnny Benson. All those guys elected to go with 2 tires. But when you look at a lot of those guys I named, they were back there running 20th to 25th, so they had nothing to lose just trying to get some track position. But I'm like Daryl. You can pass here now.
Yeah.
You know, you go back to the old rules, you couldn't pass. So the more I've thought about it, Daryl has convinced me that the fact that I believe 4 tires is the way to go.
Well, hey, way to go, buddy.
I'm not convinced him. Because those guys with 2, you'll be sorry.
I'm with you, D.
Daryl, you're Robbie Gordon. You've got the fastest car from what we've seen so far today. You've got Martin Truex right behind you, but you're not up in the lead. What do you do on this restart?
Well, one thing you don't want to have happen is to start getting past and fall way back into the field because you run out of time to get. He can get back to the front, so it's going to be a timing thing. He needs to stay as close to the front as he can because he's shown time and time again he can get the lead, but he don't want to get too far deep in the field.
All right, Matt Yoakum is down with Robbie Gordon's crew, who've been the class of the field all day.
Mike, big RCR horsepower under that hood, but a lot of horsepower here on pit road. Robbie Gordon's Nextel Cup pit crew guys servicing that Chevrolet. Let's give a call out to him. Ira Joe Hussey, Timmy Latiga, Mike Moore, Larry Hartle, Kevin Nervania, and Matt Cruder. These guys have done an excellent job today, flawless on pit road. And now Robbie just has to do the rest and put that car in victory lane. Steve?
Well, Matt, with crew chief Butch Hilton. Butch, let's talk about your decision to change 2 tires on Ron Hornaday's car.
Well, we've been a little bit free all day and actually got pretty loose there that time. So maybe the 2 tires will help tighten us up a little bit and we can get a little track position here and see what happens. You know, we need to win a race and sure like to do that for AC Delco, and maybe this will be our best chance.
All right, good luck to you. Let's go to Chris Myers.
All right, Ron Hornaday, 45 years old from Palmdale, California. He's the landlord to the Stars. Kevin Harvick moved out to California. He rented to him, and then he did the same for Jimmy Johnson, so he certainly has been good to some drivers. This may be his moment. Robert Presley in the 47 car from Asheville, North Carolina, came back with his father ailing in the hospital, currently 3rd here, racing with a heavy heart.
Yeah, definitely so, but I mean, Robert Presley, he is a racer. He knows what his father would wish, and his father would be saying, Robert, go down there, do your job. And if you're going to say anything that's not, you know, real profound, win this one for me, buddy. Go down and get one for me.
And David Green, you talked about strategy throughout the day, the guys in the booth. Hey, who can drop back, how far you can move up. David Green, an example of working the field.
Yeah, these guys right there had strategy early on as far as falling back and trying to stay out of trouble along with Bobby Hamilton Jr. And we find these gentlemen have worked their way back up to the front along with Robert Presley and got themselves in position to make a good run.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has led, currently 9th. Let's check in on him with Dick Berger. Dick?
Well, Junior's a cool guy. This is the tape that had been on the grill just before that pit stop. They pulled it off. They're hoping this is all it's going to take to let his engine cool down so he can move forward with the race.
Getting set to go here as part of a full weekend of racing that continues tomorrow, starting with NASCAR this morning on Fox Sports Net. The Aaron's 499 Nextel Cup race is on Fox, 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Well, if you don't have a seat belt on your television, you better go get one real fast because it's fixing to get rough.
NASCAR all weekend across the Fox networks. Ron Hornaday, the leader, with 2 fresh tires, as has David Green, Robert Presley, Robbie Gordon with 4 tires, Martin Truex Jr., rookie Paul Menard, Ashton Lewis, Joe Nemechek, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Johnny Benson are the top 10 as they come off turn 4. And they're getting ready to look at the green flag, perhaps for the final time today.
And we still have 29 cars on the lead lap with 26 laps to go.
The last of those, Kim Crosby in the Boudreaux's butt paste number 51, who just got the free pass.
Green flag.
Ron Hornaday drags him back to pit 1.
We have a few cars on the inside line that are cars are 1 or more laps down, but only about 4 or 5 of them. That outside line should move around them.
Like I said, if I'm Robbie Gordon, I'm going to do everything I can to get into the lead right now, and I'm not going to give it up. He's been good out front all day long. He just needs somebody to help him get back up there.
David Green loses number 37 to the outside, the Timberwolf Chevy. And Robert Presley looking for somewhere to go. Here comes Robbie Gordon underneath Robert.
But Darrell, Robert Presley did exactly what you was talking about early. He gave the bottom up. Robbie Gordon, he's going to fill that hole.
Yep. That yellow line is your best friend. Get on it.
They heard you.
Problem is everybody wants on it. They can't all get down there at once.
Through the tri-oval, back to the start-finish line. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 81 has caught his teammate Martin Truex. They're the first 2 cars on the outside. Let's see if, as they did before, they can bring that outside line back to the front.
I believe when Junior holds his car wide open, he'll probably go to the front, because I don't think he's held it wide open yet.
Inside.
Rookie Paul Menard comes into view on the left.
Hear the RPMs of the car. They never change even through the corner. That's a sign right there. He is wide open right now.
With fresh tires on these cars, there'll be a lot of maneuvering going on because they feel real good. They're sticking good. Come see the cars really dicing.
And Darrell, I think that's the key to those 4 tires versus 2. It's not that it makes you faster. It's just you can maneuver your car. You can turn it to the bottom if you need to.
And the difference was through the tri-oval. Hornaday, with only 2 fresh tires, really lost a lot of speed coming through the tri-oval, and the outside line just streamed by him.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no way. If everybody took 2, you're okay. But when you take 2 and everybody else takes 4, adios. What do you think, Spencer? Jimmy Spencer's up here with us. He's like I am. He's pacing back and forth. This makes you nervous, doesn't it, buddy?
Jimmy spent much of the day next door in the NASCAR officials booth.
He's got them straightened out over there now. They're going to know they got their marching orders.
So he came over to work on us. Here's Robbie Gordon to the high side. Mike Wallace is with him as Gordon way up high. Now it's 3 wide, and Gordon has no help.
Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is beating the rear bumper off the car he owns up there, that A car, Martin Truex. But I think, Darrell, Martin Truex, he needs to use that yellow line right now. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has not a lot of help behind him, at least for now. Greg Biffle's bringing a group up there, but Martin Truex, he needs to hug that yellow line.
What you got to watch out for when you're out front, like those 2 cars are, is that closing rate again I keep talking about. You're going to get chased down in a hurry by somebody, and it looks like it might be that 5 car.
Yeah, a big lead is nice at every racetrack we go to except for here in Daytona.
You're set and done. But now that means the people behind you got to be smart too and work together. Right now, that doesn't look like it's happening.
21 laps to go when they get back to the stripe. Lots of time.
Now Kyle Busch in the 5 car, he's trying to form a group up there in the high side. Joe Nemechek behind him in the 87 car. They've got Jason Leffler in the 00 car right in front of them.
And we got Mr. Bump Draft running 3rd. I mean, he is all over the back of Dale Jr. The problem with that is if he bumps into Dale Jr., Dale Jr. bumps into Truex, might get a chain reaction.
I tell you, I just continue to be impressed with this run by Mike Wallace in that 4 car. Those guys, they did not qualify very well, qualified 27th, but they knew based on Daytona, same race car, they had a good race car. There you see Mike in the 4 car.
He is in 5th place. Jason Leffler leads the outside group as he comes back up into the top 5. It's still anybody's race here in Talladega. It'll be 17 laps to go, and they come.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Around goes the 38, the 4, the 1, the 33.
Look out pit road, look out pit road, look out pit road.
The 46, the 95, and the 12.
You know, that's a place we've not normally seen the big wreck breakout right in the middle of the tri-oval.
I believe with this package, that through the tri-oval, when people get under you, it just loosens you up just enough to get you sideways.
Mike Bliss, Kasey Kahne climbs out of his car. He's okay. That's the car that ended up against the pit wall. Tim Fedewa's car still wrecked in the grass. At lap 100, 17 laps to go. Fedewa has put the window net down, so he'll be able to climb out. There's Ashton Lewis with damage to the rear. And the right front down, Dick Berggren.
With Kasey Kahne just got out of his car, what was it like out there?
It was fun all day. It was
No, I mean just now.
racing. It was great racing, but I don't know. I saw a couple cars hit, and I knew I was going to be involved in it. And it's too bad. We had a good car. I got back there a little bit. I was trying to work my way back through, but tough day.
We're glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Thanks, Kasey.
Car's done. That one along with Tim Fedewa and Mike Bliss. Those cars look like they're finished for the day. There's damage to the rear of the 46 of Ashton Lewis, among others. Let's see what happened here. Coming into the tri-oval to complete lap 100. Bottom of your screen.
Like Mike Wallace got a little bit loose right there like you talked, Darrell, and then came back up into the car that was on the outside of it.
Yeah, he bounced off a biffle, and when he did, there was a car under him, and they got together, and then away they went.
Of course, half the field's behind him here shortly after a restart.
Boy, everybody jacked up from behind him.
Tell you what, the tri-oval here, I know people, you know, you just don't realize how you're going 190 mile an hour through a tri-oval that's got 14 degrees of banking. Can suck you around in a hurry.
This would be looking from like pit road.
Kasey Kahne turned around.
Typical Talladega wreck.
Yeah.
Two cars get together, 12, 13 cars end up being victim.
Yeah, Benson slammed up into the wall, and Bliss.
Well, watch that
Menard in the
38
grass.
car go all the way across pit lane and slam right into it right there.
In real time. Let's have another look.
And in real time, that means at 190 plus miles per hour. That was riding with Ashton Lewis. Looked like at one point he almost made it through the wreck.
Man, those are hard licks.
Into the safer barrier. And driving away. Jason Keller.
He was one of the lucky ones. He made it through. Remember, Jason was one of the ones at the beginning of the race had the strategy of staying behind everybody to try to see if they could get out of the big wreck.
Here are the cars involved in the wreck. Benson, Wallace, Fedewa, Bliss, Grissom, and Kahne. There's Kahne's car. Lewis, Compton, and David Keith. Now, more than half of those cars were able to drive away. I'm going to add Paul Menard to that list, the 33 who spun down to the grass off of Benson. Now watch the 38 of Kahne. He's up against the outside wall, just to show you how much speed they're carrying through here. Misses everybody. Comes to rest against the inside wall. From Dale Jr.'s pit, they see it unfold.
That's why I always preach to my guys, no matter where you're at, never turn your back on that racetrack.
Johnny Benson's car under repair. Dick Berggren.
And what they're trying to do here, Mike, is just get this car fixed enough so that Benson can make one more lap. That would give him additional points over those cars which cannot make that additional lap. So if they can get this thing to run and just make a lap, it's going to be worth some championship points to Benson, and that is the point of what they're doing.
Yeah, and he just had moved in the top 10 in points after the Nashville race a couple of weeks ago. He was in 10th.
We'll be back to sort things out and get restarted. We still have 15 laps to go here in Talladega. Fourth caution of the day. It's for the big one in the tri-oval. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.